The sad fact of the matter is that you're going to spend much more time doing this than doing this. And before you start a YouTube channel, you need to decide whether or not that is what you want for your photography. And YouTube is hard. It's very hard. Let's face it, if it was easy, everybody would be doing it. Why would we go to work? We would just make YouTube videos all day. When you reach your 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch hours, and you finally get monetized, you think you've made it, you're on a high. But the problem is actually when you realize after 7 or 8 months you get your first check if you don't see huge growth, and that amounts to about 70 or 80 pounds, because the reality is you're going to make about 10 pounds to $10 or whatever it is a month from those subscribers, and not a lot more. Now that's not true for everybody, of course. Some people get much more. But when you think about it, we probably all start with the belief that we're going to be the next big YouTube sensation. If you believe the figures that I read last night, then only about 14% of people get to that 1,000 subscribers. And you need to think about that before you start a channel. It's probably something which I didn't give enough consideration to. And if it's so terrible, why did I start? It's clearly not the allure of £10 per month. I could make more in a part-time job. And more importantly, why don't I just stop? Well, if it's not the allure of £10 a month that drives me to get out and make YouTube videos, it must be something else. Personally, for me, it adds value to my own photography. But how does it do that? Because you see, equally at the same time, I could also argue that it harms my photographic experience. Instead of enjoying this fantastic light and the changing conditions here right now, I'm thinking about making a video. And is that good for my photography or bad for it? It's about being part of something which is more than just sharing a photograph with you. I want to share my photographs and my ideas, but of course I could do that on social media. But there are millions and there are thousands of photographers and billions of images out there on Instagram and Facebook and all these other sites as well. And I do that as well. But it has to be more than that for me. Social media isn't enough. Because it's not just about sharing my photographs, it's about giving back as well. It's about sharing my knowledge, my passion and my skills, and giving that back to the photographic community. But it's hard after those first 1,000 subscribers and the channel doesn't grow and skyrocket like you hope. It's not easy to get up week after week and go out even when you don't want to, because you have to get a video out, because if you don't keep being consistent and producing stuff and putting work out there, the algorithm will punish you. And for many YouTubers, that leads to stress and burnout. Sometimes I really don't enjoy it, but most of the time I actually love doing it. And the reason for that is because the feedback I get from you, those odd comments that I get that tell me that you are getting value out of the channel, that you enjoy what I'm producing, and some of you keep coming back week after week, and that encouragement is so important to me. But if I hadn't started the channel already, would I start one now? And if I was you, would I start one? Well, I can't actually answer that for you, but for me, I'm not quite sure that I would have. If I knew how hard this was going to be and how difficult it was going to be, maybe I wouldn't have started the journey in the first place. But once you're on a journey, you just need to keep going. And I've got no intention of stopping at all, because failure isn't something that I really want to entertain at all. So for the small bits that I do enjoy, for the comments that you give me and the feedback, the channel is going to keep going for a long time into the future. If you want to join me on my journey and see how this channel grows and develops over the time, and how my photography develops and grows along with it, then please subscribe, and I'll see you very, very soon in the next video.